Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unbreakable Sentai podcast. I'm James.
Ooh, I'm Darius.
I'm Noah.
What are we on, Darius?
35.
37.
Oh.
You're close. You're in the ballpark, and that's what matters. Like I said, man, you gotta stop living in the past, Darius. You gotta live in the now.
I'll try.
We got some pretty good shit on the docket today.
Do we?
Yeah, a lot of manga news happened. It was actually pretty dope.
Talk about that new DBZ Super chapter, baby.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I sure
Vegeta fighting Oats.
Great.
Dude, I can't. I couldn't wait to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
I've caught up in Dragon Ball Super.
No, it's
Noah's
Vegeta
been
fighting
reading it all the
Granola.
time.
Oats is the guy in his eye.
Great. Love it.
Yeah, this is a great fight. Vegeta's using mind tricks.
Nice.
No.
And
He shouts out Final Flash and actually uses Gallic Gun. What a good mind trick.
No. Vegeta tells him like, "I know you're more powerful than me, but I'm still gonna win," and kind of throws Oats Granola off balance. And Vegeta might be reaching a new power level with purple hair.
Great.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Did they draw Dragon Ball Super in color?
No.
Or do they have to tell you, oh, my hair is purple?
I don't know how they do that, to be honest.
That just reminds me of why Super Saiyan hair is yellow.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to draw it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to fill it in. So smart.
It is. It's fucking genius.
Oh my god. I wonder if that's why a lot of protagonists have lighter hair now.
Maybe.
Right? Because if you're going to have to draw that character 100 times a day,
Yeah.
don't draw the hair.
Right.
Right? Is that why Naruto's like coat is orange too? So he didn't have to draw the inside of his coat?
Probably.
Like, that's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But
I think Japanese people are like mangakas are super mad all the time that like most Japanese school outfits are black because they're like, motherfucker, gotta dry every single fucking shirt. So yeah, got a fun little bullshit, little day. Fuck it, I'll just jump right into it. Paru Itagaki has got a new manga coming out called Sanda. We don't really know much about it.
who's Paru?
Beastars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Baki the Grappler's
Baki's daughter.
So that's cool.
I was watching some Baki yesterday.
Oh, were
Oh,
you?
Yeah.
Is
That
the
show
new
is
season out on
fucking
Netflix?
crazy. I don't know. It's
I know
one of
it's-
the craziest shows I've ever seen.
What scene were you watching?
It's still I left off where I went back to where we left off at. So the prisoners arc still. And
Got it.
the scene where the American prisoner goes to the amusement park to go fight that guy.
And he fights on like the fucking roller coaster or whatever.
He hasn't walked into the park yet. They brought him there. It was like a
Spoilers, sorry.
they brought him there. All the like students of the school or whatever brought him there, and he just like destroyed one of the students.
Because he's fighting the karate guy there, right? Orochi or whatever his name is.
He hasn't walked into the park yet. I don't know who he's fighting.
Well, I mean, I just mean if he beat up the students at the karate place, that should be Orochi.
Is it the guy with the eye patch?
Yeah.
Probably then. Yeah.
And is he the dude that uses all the like traps and shit?
Yeah.
Like like he has the wire in his lighter that like fucking cuts shit off and whatever.
Yeah, where we left off was a dope scene where he walks up to Baki's whole entire crew, and they're all like just talking, and he walks in with a bucket full of gasoline with a lighter. He's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
Yep.
And Baki and everybody's like, "Shit."
Yeah, dude, he hits him with the fucking Mongol special from Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh,
He
yeah.
totally just...
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, fight's over. Like, it's so good. So yeah, Baki's good. What a good segue, Darius.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
for the
'cause-
Beastars girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited for the manga. I'm excited to be excited for it. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I don't know if I care about it yet, but I'm willing to give it a shot because
Yeah.
I liked Beastars so much. Apparently, it's just about people living in a Japan with declining birth rates. Is what it likes the simple description
real
of
life.
whatever. Exactly.
Yeah,
so
right.
just Japan. Like, it's
Is
just
this
real
like
life.
an auto bio? Or...
It probably is. With goofy art that is not aminals. But we also found out that Hiromu Arakawa is making a new manga, and that's the girl who made
Full Metal.
Full Metal Alchemist and Silver Spoon.
Oh, nice.
And it looks super dope. And that art style sure does look like her art style. Like, there's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a negative in any way. But I was like, that main character is Hawkeye from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
That's okay.
the main character's like an archer, right?
I don't know.
Maybe. The picture you showed me, they had a bow and arrow.
Did they?
I think so.
Damn, did I just not pay attention? It looks vaguely Japanese-y because it looks like there are like some guardian spirits in the background.
I'm always down for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I deleted that picture, didn't I? Yeah, fuck me. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yep, such is life.
Seems like it's gonna take place during like feudal Japan.
Possibly, yeah. Or maybe, like, who knows? It could be
Before
rad
that.
future, but also old,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That one doesn't even have a name yet. They just put out that one panel, and everyone's like, ooh, good. But it's like, well, what is it? You know?
Is Square Enix still?
Publishing it?
Yeah.
I think so.
I would assume they would probably try to keep her on board.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're not going anywhere. Here's all the money you need.
We'll please just stay. We need you. So I will say this: I loved Silver Spoon as well. Like, it got an anime. I think it got 2 seasons. But that anime manga was fantastic.
Is the rich boy that becomes a farmer, right?
He's not necessarily a rich boy. He's just a dude who hates his family.
His family they're into something that isn't farming, right?
Right? Yeah. He's just a businessman.
Oh, okay.
Like they're not poor. And there's like a scene where he's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about like using the money for school. How much is there?" And he's like, "Don't worry about money. Just go to school." And the guy's like, "Well, I'm also thinking about using that to start a business." And he's like, "Okay. But you got to give me a proper outline of like a business proposal, and then I'll invest." And he's like, "Fuck. Okay, yeah."
So they have money, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Whenever someone says that, they have fucking money.
Yep. They got more than 0. That's a given. Fuck, that's really all the new manga stuff that I had. So there wasn't a whole lot of manga stuff, just interesting manga stuff. Manga stuff that I cared about. When's Boichi making a new manga? When's Dr. Stone ending so I can get Sun Ken 2?
Yeah, right.
Does it look like it's ending, or is it still just going strong?
No, it's getting into its final arc.
Yeah.
I don't.
Are they in
necessarily-
America yet?
I think so, or South America or something. Yeah. I kind of fell off and stopped reading it, just because I was behind, and I was like, I'll pick this up when it's finished. Kind of like what I did with Jojo. Jojo's ending.
Yeah, have you started reading it yet?
Probably not.
No, Jojo. Well, Jojo Part 8's ending.
Yeah.
The last chapter's in August, like
Yeah.
officially announced. So it's like, goddamn.
He can't do more, right?
I mean, I feel like people have been saying that since Part 3.
He's been doing this since the fucking 80s, dude. Like, you're good.
Can he not do more?
I mean,
Shit, he wanted to do something new with Part 7, and people said, haha, no. You know? And then that was a JoJo part, so.
if he wants to, go for it. It's just like, goddamn, dude. How much more you got left in you?
Yeah. He's just putting all those people to
It has,
shame.
like, been since the 80s, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's not even his first thing that he did. Because he did Bayo before that, which is basically just the Guyver, but more alien. Yeah.
Part 2 of that's going to be his next manga.
Maybe. Dude, Bayo was a playable character in All-Star Battle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was dope. And you can tell that the poses were even strong back then.
Nice.
Like, he's got some good ones. But no, we also got a cool announcement. Dead Space is getting remade. That was a rumor a couple weeks ago, and who knows?
Ooh. I don't trust EA.
No.
I'm sorry.
No one should. That's the definite
They
answer.
ruined the series, so.
But they also made the series, Noah, so I mean it could go
No.
either.
The people at EA who made that series or, like, greenlit that series are either not there anymore or so corrupted that there's no more hope.
Absolutely. 100%. And, like, the worst part is, too, is that, like, I love 2, and 3 is just, it's really fun co-op. but every game is fun co-op.
Yeah.
Like, you can play the worst game in the world with another person and have fun. But they fucked up so bad. They fucked up 3 so bad.
Story-wise?
Well, story-wise and, like, microtransaction-wise and stuff. Dude, the story of that had nowhere to go. That's the reason why we didn't have a 4th one. For sure. You know how that game ended?
Mm-mm.
Fucking Carver and... I almost called him Joel because he's just a white dude. And Ethan?
No, it's not
What?
Ethan.
Dead Space, the main character. Isaac.
Oh.
Isaac
Yeah.
Clarke. So Isaac and Carver are on a ship and they're headed to Earth. And, like, the moon's in the way. And they're like, oh, so we got to get to Earth and, like, warn everybody that the necromorph shit is coming. Like, whatever, we'll be fine. And they peak crest over the moon. And the Earth is already being turned into one of the, like, necromorph, like, Genova ship things. And that's when the 3rd game ends. Is them seeing the Earth becoming a necromorph, like, homeworld. And what do? Earth's done. There's nothing you can do. You lost. Like, it's
Fight the necromorphs.
You can't fight them when they're that big. Oh, maybe it just leads into Halo.
Yeah.
They make the Halo rings and then they fire it off, and then, we're good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic about this Dead Space. I'm gonna wait to see gameplay, and that's where I'll sit idly by. But yeah, I don't know. It's not gonna be a day one for me.
No.
At least
Yeah.
not right now.
I'll be back here to blow my nose.
Yep, have fun. We'll talk about everything that you care about while you're gone.
Talk about Shadow.
Yeah.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog, Darius' favorite character.
Dude, I can't speak on this guy. I don't know anything about him.
Just know that it's Darius' favorite character by far.
Yeah.
He says that the best thing that ever happened to Sonic the Hedgehog was Shadow the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just getting a rival.
Exactly.
Finally.
A true rival. 'Cause
Right.
Knuckles doesn't count.
Yeah.
He's
He
a
punches
tertiary.
stuff. He doesn't like really run.
Yeah.
That's not what he's about.
Yeah, he's all about gliding like a kid is
Yeah.
known to do.
He needed a black version of himself that shoot guns.
Mm-hmm.
That's a true
That's-
Sonic rival.
Exactly. And that's not fucked up or anything.
No.
Japan, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
Pretty.
I love that he cocks an assault rifle like a fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the trailer, or like in the intro
Yeah,
cutscene. Shadow. Like, that's not cool. That's not how you do it. There you go, Darius. We actually did talk about Shadow the whole time for you.
The one who ruined Sonic.
Yeah, your favorite character.
Nope. Knuckles is my favorite character.
Knuckles is the best.
Knuckles is the best.
Knuckles.
Shadow's the worst. Then you have Big the Cat.
I'll fight you.
Froggy.
Where's
Just tell me you didn't enjoy those fishing mini games.
I did enjoy him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you hating?
I'm not hating.
I'm hating.
You don't
He
like
actually
Big?
likes Big the Cat. I hate Big the Cat.
I don't like Big the Cat. Big the Cat's fine. I haven't played the Froggy fishing mission games since I was like 10 years old.
Yeah,
But something
don't
tells me
hold
they hold up.
they don't.
They definitely hold up.
They don't. I'll make you play them right here. I got it on 360, motherfuckers. I beat that game. I got Supersonic. I know what I'm talking about. God damn. Speaking of video games and companies being bad, you guys hear about Activision Blizzard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
All the sexual harassment lawsuit that's happening.
Yep. And it's from the state of California.
Yeah.
Like, the state of California
Is
came
suing
out
Activision for
Yep.
sexual harassment to its employees.
Oh, God.
and being like, we've been researching this for 2 years.
Yep.
We've got all this evidence. You're fucked.
Yep.
And everybody's releasing stuff too, being like, yep, this happened,
Yeah.
like, go fuck yourselves. And of course all the EA or Activision like higher ups and Blizzard higher ups are like, oh no, this is ridiculous, like reasons like this is why businesses leave the state, like blah 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 blah. And everyone's like,
Were they going to go run to China?
yeah, right,
What the
like-
fuck? It sounds like a threat, you know?
yeah, like, oh, you're gonna go to, I don't know, Texas. Yeah, I don't know if Texas is a little bit cooler with sexual harassment or
Yeah,
anything,
right.
but like, fuck you guys. And there's like a bunch of stuff like about how like people of color, like women of color, were just outright shafted for promotions and raises and stuff, and like it's super obvious that that's what's happening. And like women were more often like dudes in the same office could be literally playing video games, and then if like a girl slouched, like a higher up would be like, hey, you should watch your posture, like that doesn't look too good, and then leave the room.
Micromanaged compared to others.
Wow.
It's super fucked up.
It's Blizzard and Activision that are getting sued?
Because they're
Activision entirely. Yeah.
Exactly.
I wish I could say this is going to be a good blow to Activision, but Activision's so big that
They'll just raise cock dicks pay, and then that'll fix everything.
Exactly. Make him another billionaire. Fuck it.
Yeah, let him go on a space ride with Bezos.
Exactly.
Fucking suck each other off while they're up there.
What, you don't want to have a zero-G
And then he'll
suck-off?
thank all of the women of Activision Blizzard for
getting
making
him
this
up
happen.
Look, I'm not sexually harassing them. I got blown by a dude. Fucking Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, did you read like some of the stuff that was in there?
Yeah, some of it.
It's fucking brutal.
I read like one where a girl like wanted some time off, and she had to write like a page report of how she was going to spend that time off.
goodness.
But like male counterparts are just like, yeah, I'm just going to take time off. And they're like, see you whenever you come back.
Yep, cool, have fun.
Wow.
And like there were times that like girls, like women who were pregnant and like were in like a feeding room, like a lactation room.
Yeah.
They were like asked to leave the room so that they could use that room as a meeting. And it's like, this is a fucking designated room for me to do this shit. What are you talking about? The worst one on there was a girl ended up committing suicide.
Yeah.
What?
Because the dude...
Because of the harassment.
Yep. And like
then, I don't know. At like a Christmas party, some guys were like passing around her nudes, and she's like already been dead.
Oh my
from
god.
Suicide from sexual harassment.
Yep. And that I guess that same person was like fucking. They went on a business trip with one of the higher ups, and like the higher up dude just had like a bunch of sex toys in his fucking suitcase, like in the same room as her, and she's like, the fuck is this all about? Like,
yeah.
Fuck that company, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Fucked up.
Don't worry though, everybody's gonna buy the new Call of Duty
and
in November.
Overwatch. Don't forget, Overwatch 2 is going to sell 10 billion
Yeah,
copies.
if it
People
ever
have been
comes out.
harassing female workers currently, telling them that they need to quit their jobs because if they don't, then they're supporting this.
Yep.
Well, like, they're like, just give up all of your job security and everything that, like, you have because of this thing. And it's like, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
For one.
You guys are out of your fucking mind. So, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, people have also just been posting like loads of pictures of like Pride Week or like their Pride images and like their like Black Lives Matter movements and stuff like that. Like just being like, yeah, does it still matter now? Does the sexual harassment matter now? Good job, guys. Like just kind of doing that thing of like corporations are not your friend.
Yeah.
Like just because they changed it to a rainbow logo doesn't mean they fucking care.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck Activision and Blizzard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just happy there's not a single game that I give a damn from their business.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't care about Overwatch 2. I don't care about Diablo 4. I don't care about Call of Duty boats. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. Like, fuck it, dude. Like... But, I mean, that's a bigger problem because more people do than don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Let's talk about something fun. And not depressing about how the world is in shambles. So Bruce Campbell might be in Doctor Strange.
I hope he is.
I really, really hope he is.
That'd be dope.
Should
be in there as Ash.
Oh, God. That'd be amazing. It just shows him reciting the Necronomicon, and Doctor Strange was like, the fuck was that? But yeah, so he had an interview with Inquirer. Not Inquirer. That's a... Whatever. GQ, I think it was. Yeah. Where,
I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I think you're right. I think it was GQ. But they were like, yeah, so there's rumors that you're going to be in the movie, right, Bruce? And he's like, oh, yeah, let me think about a way to not get me sued. I'd say those rumors sound good. Those are good-sounding rumors. And it's like, okay, motherfucker, like, I feel ya. Like, I see what you're saying. And then he, threw some subtle shade at his boy, Sam Raimi, and he's like, Sam Raimi only makes good movies if I'm in them. So, like, if he wants to make this movie good, he'll put me in it, you know? He's like, I'm not going to say anything more because, one, I don't want to get sued, and two, I don't want to be like, I'm in the movie, and then my scene gets cut, and people go, where were you, idiot? So, yeah, I love Bruce Campbell. I want him in more movies.
He's great.
Yeah. When I die, I want him to play me in my biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently I'm going to go out before
All
him.
ages.
Exactly. Age 2, mother, father, I have made poopies. But that makes me wonder what other characters or like other weird shit's gonna be in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Because like technically, so here's my fear: if Bruce Campbell's in it, it's just gonna be his character from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, which would be the announcer at the wrestling ring.
I think he was in an elevator in number 3 or something.
Something like that.
But
yeah.
I would, if you have Bruce Campbell, you'll make him do something.
Mm-hmm.
He may just be a weird side character, but he'll do. I thought he's gonna be just somebody we're gonna see for 2 seconds.
I agree, but at the same time, he has such good stage presence that if he's in the shot, he's going to blow out Benedict Cumberbatch's asshole.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Which is good though. Like, it's always nice to see like someone else like come and outshine the lead every now and then.
That's fair. That's fair. But if he's a side character, outshine the lead.
Well, it's kind of like Jeff Goldblum in Thor Ragnarok. Every scene he in, I'm looking at Jeff Goldblum.
You're right.
And that was cool because I like Jeff Goldblum and like Thor. Whenever they were in a scene together, I cared about Jeff Goldblum more than Thor. It's just because I like him.
Jeff fucking Goldblum.
Yeah. it worked. I think it's more the director
That's true.
that makes it work. Because a prime example of that was
Is Ragnarok Taika?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I should have known. He's Korg.
A
Yeah.
prime
Yeah.
example of that done wrong is Suicide Squad. Like, Will Smith just takes over that movie.
Yeah.
And that's just how the director sucked at trying to not make Will Smith take over it. Because Will Smith, he's of course he's going to take over it. But he's not that much he's not as important. He's just as important as Harley is to that movie. But Will Smith takes over every scene.
Yeah.
Because he's Will Smith. So...
Do you think we're not going to run into that issue with the new one?
No, because Idris Elba is a big star, but he's not Will Smith big.
Yeah.
And he, in my opinion, I think Idris Elba knows how to take a back seat when it comes to like letting other actors shine. Because I think he is the main character. Of that.
Yeah.
With how that spot
Well, like,
they had
Will
was.
Smith was too, wasn't he?
No, not
Like,
really.
The narrative followed him mostly. Like, we only really gave a shit about like his side of the story and why he was doing Suicide Squad shit,
I mean,
or at least it like
a little bit,
focused on
but like
him.
Harley had a huge. We got like a flashback with her too, like her backstory with Joker throwing her in the
Yeah.
Kims, and it's just Will Smith just stole that movie. At least with me, when I watched the movie, all I could see was Will Smith, not Deadshot.
Yeah.
Which
That's
was a huge
fair.
problem with the whole movie, but it was a bad movie. So
So is Idris Elba a Deathstroke?
no, he's a Bloodshot, I believe his name is.
Bloodshot.
I could be wrong, but he's pretty much Deadshot, but not Deadshot.
Oh, the dude who plays Polka Dot guy, man, whatever, in the new Suicide Squad movie is playing Piter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. Yeah.
Do you think he's going to come up with dust in his eyes?
Kumite.
Kumite! Kumite! Speaking of, I was rewatching the Dune trailer on this TV with Trisha. Thufir is in the trailer.
Yeah, he's at the Atreides beckoning or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is on the right side. He's only there for half a second, but he is in the trailer.
Yeah.
So it counts.
Cool.
Oh, that missile that you were talking about, that's the laser gun.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Good. It's just the fact that it hit twice. I was like, is that...
Yeah, like the scene before it showed people shooting or pulling a trigger.
Yeah.
And then I think it shows like 2 lasers hitting it.
I see. That's the thing too. Is I was like, is that supposed to be a trick? Because like those guns might not be laser guns, but they would have to be.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. Fuck, why don't we talk about that? The Dune trailer's dope as shit.
Yeah, Dune trailer dropped.
It's gonna be so good.
Darius is excited for Mighty Morphin.
The
Paul
trailer looks
Atreides.
good. I'm just worried. The ending part just makes me feel weird. That's the only part. The trailer looks great. Zendaya pretty much getting extra lines because they have to give her extra lines because they spent so much money on her.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'll be happy if they make her more of a character in the movie.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the books, she doesn't do a
Yeah,
lot.
she really doesn't do much.
She wakes up. She doesn't even wake up Paul. She calls Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica, your son's having a fucking drug pass out. I need your help. How long has he been asleep for? 2 weeks. Like,
But yeah, I don't know. The movie's supposed to be in 2 parts, but it showed like way further than where we thought it would end.
yeah.
Cause like the Feyd armor shit, that's like at the end of the book. And
Yeah,
if
'cause
they're
he doesn't-
making it 2 parts, I can only imagine that that's either like a dream sequence or the second one's just gonna be like Messiah.
Dude, if the second one's Messiah, is that too much to cover in one movie?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fate isn't even shown yet.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
I think like the official title is like Doom Part 1.
Hmm.
So it's got to be like 2 for the book. So I mean, it's got to be like a dream sequence. Like he definitely shouldn't be suited up in Feyd armor
Yeah, no.
in the first movie. Or Feyd, whatever the fuck.
The fades.
Yeah. Dude, I'm kind of excited to see Feyd though.
I hope it's Sting. I've been saying this since day one.
He can't be Sting.
Why not?
Pull
He's
him
the
out.
same age as Paul.
If Bruce Campbell can play me at age 2, Sting can play Feyd at age 57,
53, yeah.
800. How old is Sting? Jesus Christ.
Probably it's 2020. He's probably in his fucking 60s, dude.
When you type in Sting, the first thing because of my searches is Sting Dune in 1984. All right, Sting. How old are you? He's 25.
Forever young, baby.
Give me his age. Come on.
I'm guessing 60s. What are you guessing, Noah? Early 60s.
Mid-50s.
It does, dude. Why doesn't it just say how old he is?
Right.
He's ageless, man. He's
When
a
was
fucking
he
vampire
born?
like Pharrell.
Oh, there it is. He's 69.
69?
69.
Dang.
He's got the funny number. dude.
God damn. He doesn't look bad for 69.
Mickey
No.
Mantle gene.
That picture too was from 2019. So like that's only 2 years ago, and I mean he had a little wrinkle forehead, but at age 69
Yeah.
or at
Who
age,
doesn't?
67, who doesn't? Yeah.
He's really eating those like virgins, that virgin blood.
Yep.
Alex Jones is right.
Yeah. Chemicals in the air turning my Sting gay.
Yeah. I think he was talking about like leaders using like young blood to stay healthy or some shit. Like
Yeah. You said that, and I thought the musician Youngblood, and I'm like, how are
Oh.
they using him? Just rubbing him on their face. So yeah, Dune looks great. Can't
Yeah.
wait.
It's gonna be
I
fantastic.
think the casting's really on point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that.
I don't think there's a bad cast in the bunch yet.
Yeah, the Paul
Yeah.
character. This whole time I thought he looked familiar.
Timothy Chalamet or whatever.
Chalamet.
Yeah.
Chalamet.
Yeah.
And Amy just told me last night that he's the guy that was in Lady Bird. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie,
No.
but he was really good in Lady Bird, and
Yeah, he seems like a fantastic actor.
yeah, he has that. He seems like he's carrying that Paul. I'm like way older than
Yeah.
I look.
Yeah,
He looks like he's doing it very well.
absolutely. And I love that they added a little bit more characterization between
Him and Duncan.
him and Duncan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Duncan feels in this more like the friend that the books made him out to be.
Yeah.
Because like they say that he and Paul are chill.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily a like my leash like
Yeah,
that like
yeah.
Gurney Halleck is.
Right.
But like I'm glad that they show that. Oh hey, you gaining muscle? Really? Like, like it's such a good uncle like vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's a line you'd get at Christmas.
Yeah.
You know.
I wonder if Jason Momoa knows that he's actually playing the main character of the entire series.
Yeah, who knows? Watch him like in interviews be like, "I've read all of the books. The last 2 books don't count. They weren't written by." Like, the first thing I did when I was in the meeting is I punched Brian in the balls. I was like, "What did you do to the series?" Like, oh man. So there's something weird about Timothy Chalamet that Trish and I were talking about. 'Cause she's like, I understand why everybody says he's attractive,
Yeah.
but there's something off about him. And I was like, it's because he looks young. He looks particularly young, and it's not that like he has a baby face, but he's kind of like Tom Holland in the way that they hold their age really well, so that like, you know, like Tom Holland still looks like he's 17. Granted, because of Spider-Man, like that's how they make him up too.
Right.
But like they both have that vibe where it's like, you're a little too young for me, aren't you? You know, even though we're like
Yeah, he
roughly
does.
the same age.
He does look like a teenager. That's for sure.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like 25.
Yeah, I was putting like Asa Butterfield is the same. Like he's the guy in Ender's Game, and I think The Boy in the Striped
he's
Pajamas
still
or
acting?
whatever. I don't know if he is.
Oh.
He was also in, was it Hugo? Hugo was the one that like really popped off.
That was a kid. The guy from Ender's Game is a kid from Hugo?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So like he holds his age very, like he looks like a young dude, and I think that's why like part of you is like, not really into kids. Sorry, thank you though. Like you're attractive, but it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I this movie's gonna be fucking gangbusters.
I would agree. I think
Yeah, dude.
Zendaya does the same.
Yep. Yeah.
Because him and Zendaya look like they are both somewhat teenagers.
100%.
That's why that movie with her and Denzel Washington's son, about them being in a relationship, was like kind of weird because she looks so young, and he looks like he's in his early 30s.
Yeah.
It's like, is this relationship okay?
That's yeesh. That's brutal.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Denzel Washington's son is a good actor. He does his job well, and we can't remember his name.
Yeah, I should remember it.
Right? Like, it just feels bad to him that we were like, yeah, that guy. Other more famous actors.
Yeah, but his dad's Denzel Washington.
I know. I just feel bad for him.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, you're always going to be in that shadow. You just will.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, it's a good shadow of being, though.
That's true. Shit, that shadow paid you for your schooling, kid. So, we got more news on the Bandai Namco Gundam game that they were talking about wanting to be in esports.
The trailer.
Yep.
That's just.
Hectic.
I don't know if it's gonna be an esport.
Yeah. No, I don't think it can be because of how much goes on.
Yeah.
You know, like part of what makes certain games like Overwatch, but to a larger extent Valorant, right? Such a good esports title is that spectators know what happened while they watch it.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, dude. I see AJ watch League of Legends esports shit all the time, and I still don't understand what's happening.
League doesn't count because the only people who watch League esports play League. They can understand. But any motherfucker could pop on ESPN, the gaming, and fucking see Valorant and go, man with gun. Oh, that person made a wall? Ah, he died. Like, they can get it.
You're right.
But fucking there's 5-on-5 or some shit for this Gundam Evolution game, and in some of those screens, there were just lasers everywhere in every direction. And we were just like, what?
Is
How
it
are
third
you not-
person? Is it not third person?
Yeah, it's both. Too, yeah. Because, like, movement takes place in the third person while you're boosting, but then combat's first person, unless you use a melee weapon.
Sure.
But only if you're using abilities of your melee weapon. I don't know. I'm a Gundam Mark. I'm going to be in as long as they give me 2 of Gundams that I want. You know what I mean? Like, they already have the Iron-Blooded Orphan. Cool.
Yeah,
give
Barbados
me...
is dope.
Yeah, fuck. I just... Any Gundam that uses big, not beam sword has my fucking thumbs up, you know? That's why I like Heavy Arms. Heavy Arms is like, I got Gatling guns. What happens when you run out of bullets? I got this knife. I make it work. Like, it it sucks, but I can still get ya.
Yeah.
But like, just give me Epion.
Yeah.
Just give me Epion and I'll buy your game. That's a $60.
Epion's gotta be in it.
Right?
Yeah.
He's so famous. But then fuck me, right? I'm just saying that because I love, you know? G Gundam's gotta be in there. You know, like the Burning Gundam.
Burning Hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks good. They gave no release date, no price, no console. It was just showing off 6 of the characters that were in there.
Yeah, that was just straight up. Just get a trailer out there.
100%.
We don't care. We don't care how much is done. Just get it done.
Yeah. I also was kind of like, one of the characters is a sniper, and he's in the middle of the battlefield sniping, and I'm like, that doesn't feel right.
No.
Like, I don't want to see a sniper. Like, if Widowmaker fucking ran to the front line and then sniped people, I'd be like, you should probably be back. You should be back a bit. So that's all the like new stuff that came out these last 2 weeks. Yeah, not a super interesting week, not counting Activision being fucks. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever played a game wrong without knowing it that just made the game ridiculously harder? And you didn't find out until later.
Yes. I was playing Final Fantasy X. I was a child, and the spear grid just was super confusing. And I started playing it. My uncle was in the room with me, and I think he played it before or something, and he was like, he said, "Don't worry about it. I'll like teach you. Like you don't need to do that right now." And I started playing it, and I got all the way up to like when you fight Sin with Seymour.
Okay, so at the Mihen High Road.
And I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I I literally just didn't touch the spear grid at all.
Damn.
And yeah. And
that's not short into the game. Like that's a solid like 8 hours minimum.
Exactly. I was getting my way through it. So that's a primary. It's just spear grid is pretty much how you level up your characters.
Oh.
So
Nice.
he was doing it with no stat increases.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Darius doing level 1 challenges at 10 years old. Goddamn.
That's some shit I'd do.
And then when I told my uncle, finally, like weeks later, he was like, "I didn't tell you not to do it. I just told you like, don't worry about it right now." And once I finally did it, I was like, "Oh."
Oh yeah, I bet you demolished him after
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you took all your steroids all at once and then fucking punched him in the throat.
yeah. And then I got stuck on Seymour on the
Mount Gagazet.
Yeah.
Yep. There's like 2 sticking points for everybody in that game. It's the dragon when you're on the airship, because that thing's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And there's no way to level up if you got to that point and saved. So if you can't do that fight, you have to restart a game and try to do better. It hurts. And then Mount Gagazet, that's the first fight that like, it's one of those fights that goes, if you don't really know how to play the game, you ain't cheesing this bitch. Like, because he'll fucking, like, one of his, like, main attacks, because he gets 2 attacks in a row, is he'll use zombie on somebody, which makes them technically undead, and then he'll cast holy magic on you and just insta-kill you. And you're like, I can't rest my people fast enough. Jesus Christ.
Lady Unalaska too. She's a stopping point as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's also, I'm okay with having to redo that fight because you get the dope scene with Orin where he's like, you guys want to help me kill this bitch? She killed me. Let's fight. Fucking kill her.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, Orin, calm down. Like, you bloodthirsty bitch. No, so I was telling Noah about this. The Castlevania Circle of the Moon. It's the Game Boy Advance game. It was like a launch title Castlevania game. It's fantastic. There's a boss that you beat where you like step on a switch and it blows up these statues around the castle that let you go into those areas. But if you didn't explore that well, the only one you know about is in the middle of the castle, and you're like, oh, I can just go back there really easily. And if you go into that area is a hellhole. The entire floor for most of the place is like covered in poison water. And like it's poison water, and enemies in that area are super strong, and they'll freeze you with your attacks. So you'll get frozen, and when you're frozen, you take double damage, and they'll freeze you into the poison water, so you'll take double poison water damage. And you're just like jumping your way through this so you can touch the water as little as possible. And then you get all the way through it, and you save, and then the boss is a fucking piece of shit. They're just super tough. And everyone who played that game was like, why is this game so hard? Like, this jump in difficulty is ridiculous. And the reason why is because there's a different area you go to that gives you a stone that makes the water not poisonous. And that area is like 2 areas past the boss that you just beat. So most people go to that area that's way too tough. And if you're smart and not a stupid child like me, you leave. Because you go, this is too much damage, this is impossible. Well, I was a stupid fucking kid and thought the game just got hard. So I sat there for like a month and a half trying to beat that fucking game. And I beat that boss. But I had to like, dude, it was at the point where I was doing math. I was like, I have to hit the boss 82 times in order to beat this boss. Like, holy shit. Because I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, counting. And then I'd die. And I'm like, okay, that wasn't enough. Keep going. And it wasn't until I was in like middle school that I like saw tips and tricks issue with the guide being like, make sure you don't go to this area because this area will fuck your butthole. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Dude, brutal. So Noah, did you do any foolish games?
I mean, I'm sure it's less of like me playing a game that I notice and more of just it feels like I'm playing a game wrong.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like Ni no Kuni, when I first played it, and like I just put it down, it was just fucking insanely difficult for some reason.
Apparently that game's not easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because like you get familiars and that's like who you can battle with and stuff, but if they get hit, you also take damage, so it also doesn't feel worth it to use them.
Yep.
So like I just spend like boss encounters just running around the room dodging everything until your little buddy just threw me enough magic to cast a spell, and I just keep doing that until I beat him.
So that's misery.
Yeah, it was miserable for sure. I stopped playing it because
that sounds like pain.
Yeah.
Dude, Matt fucking 100% of that game.
Jesus.
He got everything. But he's a fucking Ghibli mark, so like...
Yeah, what he did was there's like a monster that has like a 5% chance of showing up, but it gives you crazy experience. So he just farmed that monster and like got to like super high levels, and that's like he destroyed the game after that.
Smart. There's also like he got the 0.01% drop of the like golden Totoro monster from like certain enemies because he's like, I want to get them all, and fuck drops that low.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Shit's misery.
Impossible. Like, don't make games like that.
Yeah.
That's why I have 80 hours in my fucking save file for Final Fantasy 12. Fuck that. The 1%, a chest with a 1% drop rate, and that chest has a 1% chance of having the item you want in it. So it's a 1 in 10,000% like chance in fucking getting it, and you're just like, no, don't do this to me. It's an invisible chest too.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Fantastic. So you just keep reloading the area, and you have a 1 in 100 chance chest showing up, but you have to bump into it to even find out. So yeah, fun stuff. Fuck video games sometimes. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Fucking Jesus. So you guys got anything else before we jump into this here manga?
I had a question for you guys. The question is boiled down to: are you born to love, or do you learn to love? And example I'm trying to I will make is someone who like loves movies or loves making movies, whatever. When they're born, if that's just something that in their minds they love movies, or did they just learn to love movies? And that's the question I'm asking. Like, you like to draw, Noah?
Right.
Were you born to just love drawing, or did you learn to love drawing?
I don't know. I mean,
do you understand what I'm trying to ask?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, like, I think you can definitely learn to love something for sure, but I don't think like everybody can like love something just because they learned it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think people can tend to have like their own biases towards what they enjoy. So like if they don't enjoy aspects about movie making or cinema, they just don't find some of the technicalities of that interesting or to them, they probably won't fall in love with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think some people are just like born to love stuff. Just like I love music, and I don't think I learned to love it. I think it's just like it was just in me. And some people couldn't give a fuck about music.
Sure.
They just don't care. And I don't know, it's just a weird human thing of like genetically your mind just likes certain things.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's fucking crazy. What do you think?
Honestly, I don't know. Cause I'm trying to sit over here and think, and I don't know. I'm a person who's not big on Destiny, like, you know, and that sounds kind of like, James, you were destined to be a loser with video games.
I guess this is also kind of like a nature versus nurture conversation.
A little bit, yeah. Because I think as soon as you were like, kid, are you born to love something or do you learn to love something? I was like, shit. And the same thing is, are people born to hate something, or do they have to learn to hate something? Like in the same vein, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. You can kind of teach hatred out of people. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
Then what does that mean?
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think people are born to love something. I think
I feel like their interests are born out of the things that they find interesting. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily that they love movies, as an example. It's that they love the things that makes movies, I guess. Yeah. It's like movies kind of fit into that slot that they enjoy, right?
It's pretty much someone who loves movies probably just loves stories.
Stories, or like maybe they like, I don't know, the way compositions look, or cinematography, stuff like that.
Well, another question then is, some people just hate being active and just like doing stuff like working out, and some people love it. Can you teach someone who fucking hates being active and working out to love being active and working out?
I think so. I
think
can use myself as an example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost like a ton of weight, and I don't know, I find working out kind of enjoyable, but I haven't really like done it recently.
Same. I used to hate working out, like in high school and beginning of college and stuff, and then just something about it just clicked one time, and it was just fucking true catharsis. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, this is fucking fantastic. And like I kind of fell in love. I don't even want to call it that, like runner's high, but like feeling all of your muscles that you are working out, and like being able to be like, oh, this is muscles. You know, like these are my muscles, this is how they move. I can feel like every part of my muscle because of the like
strain.
The strain. Yeah. It's like an interesting feeling, and I was like, fuck, that's fucking good. And to kind of back up a little bit too, I'll say this. I think I was completely taught to like every hobby that I like. Because the only reason I cared about video games is because my brother cared about video games. The only reason I watched any anime is that my brother fucking had some anime DVDs, you know? Like, I'm a complete carbon copy of my brother's tastes. And I think that was just 100% learned because of how much I respected that individual, you know? And so, like, I had that baseline from him, and then it was just like, boop, 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 and now I'm built to like, it's ingrained in me. I love hitting fucking keys on a keyboard now, you know? Like, so I think, at least in my case, I was 100% taught to love the things that I love. And I'll say that I taught myself to love certain things, because I didn't play and beat my first Resident Evil game on my own until I was like 14, because I was always terrified of them. Like, I'd watch my brother play them, but I never could do them myself. Yeah. And then the shittiest Resident Evil came out, fucking Outbreak. You don't want to play that on your own, but there was like some force driving me that was like, this is the first one that like my brother wasn't alive for when it came out, and I was like, I owe it to him to beat this, right?
It's time.
Exactly. And I fucking buckled down and was terrified and like was like anxious the whole time, but I goddamn beat it. And I felt so strong, And then, like, I went back and replayed every Resident Evil of his that was, like, sitting in my closet in that shame hole, you know, of being like, don't look at those games, you know? And so I kind of taught myself to like the exact stuff that he did at that time. So.
Yeah. But also, I feel like, say you love driving fast and you love just doing activities like that. If someone is terrified of driving, can you really teach that person to love driving fast, love going on motorcycles? Because I kind of feel like you're an asshole if you're like no, learn to love it. Hop on those motorcycles. Like, I don't want to, you know?
No. Slightly on topic, but it just reminded me when I was driving here. I saw, like, a cop pulled over a Challenger.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I saw the front end of the Challenger. And, like, as I was approaching it, I was like, I bet this guy was opening up his Hellcat. So I looked for the Hellcat symbol, and there was a Hellcat symbol on it. And I was like, yep, that makes sense.
Nice. I think you can. I think you can teach them to like it. It's just definitely a thing of, like... Then it becomes, like, how do you teach someone to like it, right? Because it's, like... It's a thing of, like, if you want somebody to enjoy bad movies, right? You don't throw them at the room. You gotta start them at something a little bit better that has some bad things, right? Like, if I wanted to show someone bad cinema, that's just, like whatever, I would start them at Evil Dead.
Dune 84.
Yeah, Dune 1984. But, like, with the case of, like, driving fast, right? Yeah. Like, I think you could, like, it would take some effort.
You don't take them out on a highway the first day, right?
Yeah, you don't
go
fucking
to a parking lot.
Route 66 them on a fucking Lambo.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, because likewise, I guess just another thing about me, I used to hate roller coasters. I was fucking terrified of them when I was like 14 or some shit. And then
roller coasters are scary. That's
I'm the opposite right now. I love them as a kid. I just don't care for them.
No, that's fair. They give me headaches. I can't fucking go on them.
Yeah.
But Trisha loves them, so I'm always like, oh, we should go. Like, she's like, let's go to Six Flags, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, how? What's my number? Like, can I get 4 in? Okay, like. But no, I just kind of just started to do them, you know, and is because I was a big baby bitch when I went to Cedar Point in Ohio, and then my dad took me to like a Californian something when we went to visit his family, my family. The family.
His family. Are you adopted or something?
I mean, shit, dude. Who knows? No, we know I'm not adopted.
Absolutely no way you're adopted.
Yeah, I'm just 1-1, my dad. But yeah, no. And then like my sister kind of like walked up to me and she was like, and she's older than me. I should mention that. She was like, "Hey, he really wants to go on roller coasters with you. Get the fuck on a roller coaster." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I guess I'll." And then I went on it, and I was like, this isn't that bad. Then that was the end of it, you know? But having my sister basically slap the back of my head and be like, he's here to have fun. Yeah. Do it, fucker. And who knows? Sometimes you need that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you just need, for the person who doesn't like to drive fast, you just be like, have somebody shoot you. And then you get in the car and be like, you have to drive fast to the hospital. Enjoy this experience.
Enjoy this experience.
This is for your own good.
If you don't get there fast enough, I'll die. Like, yeah, you know, like I said, you're easing them into it.
I don't know. You think there's like a science to get someone to love something then? Because like, there's a lot of things I would like to love, but I just feel like I just don't. I don't want to like do it.
Yeah, I think there is. I think there's a science to getting. I am a firm believer that there's a way to get everybody to love anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I know the way.
You have to kind of like show them ways that this thing applies to things that they enjoy, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like with Devil May Cry 5 for me, I was like, it's just kind of like a hack and slash, and like that's not inherently bad, but I don't really care about just like hitting a button over and over. then it was like, oh, you can just make custom combos and do all this. And I was like, oh, that's shit I care about.
Yep.
It's
And
like
then
complexity and shit.
I remember when you and I were playing it, and you looked at me and went, the second Dante came in, I cared.
Yeah.
You were like, playing as Nero was fine, playing as V wasn't great.
Yeah.
And then you were like, but Dante.
Yeah.
Dante was everything.
Dante gives
this
you
game.
options.
And like, I've never seen a person except for Noah actually use every single weapon at Dante's disposal.
Yeah.
And like, he was
I'm
using
trying
every
to
weapon.
find everything.
Yep.
Wow.
Like, he beat Virgil hitting him with every single weapon.
Yeah.
Like, you dumped
Changing-
the truck on that motherfucker.
Changing stances, royal guarding, just because.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone in person use Royal Guard.
It was dope. It was a good experience. But yeah, no, I definitely would say that I think you can get anyone to like anything.
Yeah, but I would say that there are like some things that people just can't like because they just don't align with some interests. Like there's just nothing more to it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I would love to like say get my mom into anime. But I think it's impossible, dude. Like, yeah,
Dude,
think,
there's totally a way to
It's
do it.
definitely just trying to find an anime that aligns with stories that resonate with her.
Dude, I was able to get my dad to watch anime. Like, a lot with me.
yeah.
It's gonna be harder for you now, but it's not impossible. Yeah. Especially with just how much anime there is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot, you know?
That's all. I was just throwing it out there. I didn't like. I'm not
Oh, yeah.
challenging anybody of
Hell
like you're
no.
wrong.
Dude, now I want to help you get your mom to watch anime.
My mom
Like,
has no interest. I'm good. I'm perfectly fine.
It's just like trying
The
to get
ship
the
has come and sailed.
stigma of like, oh, this is anime. This like children shit, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's just that stigma of it. I think just detracts people, but I don't know. It's more complex. It's literally like storytelling art, right?
Yeah.
But some people just aren't into like storytelling art. My mom, she has terrible taste in like movies and shit.
You were saying she watches like bad BET.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, like straight every Tyler Perry movie, and
Well, you know,
Well,
let's
you can
find out the
definitely find
equivalent of
garbage
Tyler
anime.
Perry.
Yeah.
Glad you and I were like,
There's enough of it.
let's do it.
but yeah, that's all I had.
That's
No,
good.
that's an interesting conversation.
Absolutely.
Something I think about a bit. It's
Oh, yeah.
human nature, shit like that.
It's fair.
Devil's
Speaking of human nature, are we moving on to
Blues.
Me and the Devil Blues?
Yeah.
Me and the Devil Blues is good. Let's
So far
start
it's
it out.
Pretty good.
Okay, I was gonna say let's say how are you guys liking it so far before we jump right into.
I told James earlier this week. It was until the moment where he's playing the guitar in the juke joint, and the girl's parents comes in.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
they're like, where the fuck have you been?
yeah,
Yep.
it's been 6 months. No, it's
Yeah.
been 3 days. No, it's been 6 months.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that at all.
There's some like really good shots. Like when he was leaving the church and the shadow of the cross was the crossroads that he was walking.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like that's just fucking brilliant.
Dude, the artistry in this manga is top tier.
Yeah, it's really good.
And this dude went on to make fucking Prison School, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
Prison School is drawn and written well.
Prison School is one of my favorite animes of all time.
Yeah, it's just hard to say it's drawn and written well when you know it's smut.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
You have to
Yeah.
push through all the smut to get to that
That
nugget
creamy
of gold.
center.
Yeah. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. There's some T, there's some A, there's
Yeah.
some T and A. It's pretty rough.
Every 5 minutes, dude. But yeah, let's just start off like giving a summary of like the story in the beginning.
So the main character is RJ.
RJ.
RJ, yeah.
Do they say what that stands for? I don't think it matters, but I can't
don't
remember.
think they
It has to be
do.
based off the real dude.
Yeah, so I guess we could
Ronald
look it up.
Johnson, I think is his name.
Yeah.
or Johnson, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. It takes place in the 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
So like straight, 30 years after Lincoln freed the slaves?
Something like that. Which it's so weird thinking about how recent that is.
Yeah.
And down south, 1930s.
Yep.
And RJ is like early 20s, late teens, maybe 19. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he has a girlfriend and she's pregnant. And RJ's just a regular guy working fields.
Yep. And he likes going down to the juke joint.
He loves
listening
music.
to music.
He loves fucking music. And his girlfriend is pregnant and she's a good supportive girlfriend. 'Cause I don't think they're married, right?
I don't think she's supportive. That baby's supportive though.
Yeah, every time he tries to go to the juke joint, he's like, "Let me ask the baby."
Yeah. The baby says it's good.
And he just hangs out down there, and I think it's one of the musicians who tells him the story about the devil, right?
Yeah, because
was it Son House or was it his friend?
I think it was Son House. Because Crossroads Devils is a very southern thing. It's a very blues thing, I should say. And yeah, RJ sucks at playing guitar. He can.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Yeah.
He's bad at
Don't
it.
they let him? They're like, hey, you want to try?
Yeah.
He's like, ding, ding, ding. And they're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Give me that guitar, jackass.
He just wants to be good so bad.
Yep.
And it's just a boy with a dream. And he gets told the story about the devil at the crossroads. If you go down there, what's the story exactly? If you go there,
Yeah, if you go there at night,
midnight,
and play a song, any song, a shadow will appear behind you, and then take your guitar, tune it, and play a song.
Yeah, and do they get into an argument? What happens when he actually goes and do it?
Nothing happens.
No, I
He
mean
just
like
kinda falls asleep.
I know he like asks her to go to the juke joint, and then he goes and gets his shit pushed in.
Yeah.
Kinda.
And there's the girl. There's the
Yeah.
other girl at the
The
juke
girl.
joint.
Yeah, the demon girl.
yeah, the devil.
Yeah, he literally has a
And then
girl
he-
there eyeing him down,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Then his friend tries to go hit on her.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
like-
like, well, this one's for you, apparently.
and he takes her out to the field for a little bit,
Yep.
and almost does something, but doesn't.
Yeah. Well, he almost doesn't, and then he's going to, and then he hears real blues, and then he says, nah, I need to hear this.
Yeah.
And then her husband beats the shit out of him.
Yep.
Wow.
And I think that's what it is he gets the shit beat out of him, and then he gets drunk.
Yeah.
And then he's like, because he's into like a drunken stupor talking to himself.
Right.
And then he looks around and he's like, this is a fucking crossroads. Uh-oh.
He's like, fuck. Let's fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
And then he fucks around and nothing happens. Apparently.
Allegedly.
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 Yeah, and so then he goes back home, right? After the first time,
I think so.
Yeah.
and then I don't think anything important happens. He just goes back to the juke joint.
Yeah, it just shows like a little bit of him going to the juke joint and playing guitar, I think.
Yeah, I think then he talks to Son.
Yeah, he kind of gets in a heated argument with the two
Yeah,
guys.
He's trying to figure out like what makes blues, and he thinks it's all just guitar skill.
Yep.
And
And it's like
nah.
soul,
Yeah,
dude.
It's
Yeah.
like that's what you're missing. Like you, not that you haven't struggled, but like you don't have anything to be like that blue about. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets fucked. He gets fucked up. He drinks a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to the crossroads again. I think he steals someone's guitar, doesn't he?
I think so. I don't. Either he steals it or he finds it and takes it, which means he stole it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
And yeah, he actually does the crossroads things with the guitar, and then there's a black shadow, and then a lot is up to interpretation, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of interpretation.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, he shows up playing blues. His friends are out there playing.
Yep.
And he just sits in the corner and starts playing. Everybody just goes toward RJ.
Yep.
And the dude that's playing guitar is so like disappointed that he like starts crying.
Yeah.
That was Son, wasn't it?
I think it
Yeah.
was. Because his whole thing is he's like,
with Son and his friend are playing and everybody's listening to him, and then he just comes in and just steals everybody.
yep.
Yeah.
And isn't it like a thing of like the sound is just so good.
Yeah.
That Sun's like, what?
That he won.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, this guy didn't know how to play yesterday.
Yep.
Now he comes in and he's the
Fucking
best guitarist
rocking
I've
it
ever
out.
played.
Yeah, then instantly the scene of the girl's parents come.
yeah, because isn't it a montage of people dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, the girl's parents come.
And then he's like, hey.
Yeah, like nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
And just, where the fuck have you been?
Oh,
What?
also, they show her gravestone at the crossroads, I believe.
Oh, do
Really?
I believe so, yeah.
they? Ooh.
Because, like, there was, like, one in the bottom left corner of a panel that I tried to read, and it was, like, gone or before its time or whatever at the bottom of it. And when it showed her gravestone, it was, like, the same stuff.
Wow.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's detailed.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really good. Jesus.
Yeah, he gets the shit beaten out of him by his girlfriend's parents. Finds out 6 months later.
Yep.
And then he finds out that his girlfriend died during childbirth and the baby died too.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh shit. I love the scene of like, RJ's like, no, it's been 3 days, I'm telling you. And he opens the window, it's like, it's fucking summertime.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, it's fucking June.
Like, last time we saw you, it was winter. And RJ's like, fuck, it has been 6 months. And he didn't even notice on his way back to the juke joint that it was summertime.
Yeah.
Like, the devil just, like, pretty much, I guess, had his grips on him so hard that he was just tunnel vision to the juke joint.
Yep.
When he first played at the crossroads, was that before or after the incident with the girl?
I think it was before.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the second time.
Yeah, the dude who plays in the bar that he hears is the devil.
Oh,
Is that the one with the
Ike?
hat down?
Yeah. When he, like, stopped trying to, like, get with her
Yeah.
and run in, it was the same dude that... it was Ike.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that is, isn't it?
So it did actually work.
It just took some time.
Yeah.
Shit. So yeah, then he goes, this is the weird thing, is like the family is like super pissed off, but they're like literally just don't fucking show up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
I trusted you.
Yeah.
Like, you're nothing to us now.
Yeah.
Like, just leave.
Yeah, understandable.
Literally not worth it to even kill your ass.
Yeah.
Just don't exist around us. So he kind of goes back, and this is when he kind of goes back, and he's like, fuck, everything's different.
Yeah.
And he like, this is when his friend is doing the laundry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his friend, like, he's like, he's like dressed all nice. He's in like a suit with the hat.
Yep.
And he tries to help his friend with the laundry, and the friend grabs the towel out of his hand. And when RJ reaches back down, he grabs the whole basin over, and he's like, there's something you're not telling me.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, you can sleep on my floor. You don't have to leave. And then there's that little bit of humor that comes in where the girlfriend comes out and is like,
Yeah.
why the fuck aren't you doing the laundry?
She was like, stop doing the laundry. You gotta go to fucking work.
And then RJ's like, you didn't tell me you had a girlfriend. He's like, I'm sorry, it didn't come up.
Yeah,
you
we're
in
gonna
some
tell you
serious
later.
shit." He's like, you offered to let me sleep on your floor. I can't do that, can I? And he's like, I'm sorry. Like, it's like it was a lie. I was posturing. Fuck. And then we get the dope scene where he sees him off, and he walks to the tree, and he sees somebody next to RJ,
Yep.
and he's like, oh, he said he was leaving alone. I wonder who the fuck that was. And then when he goes up, RJ's sister is there, right? And he's like, who was that with him?
No, he was like, oh, so you were with him. He's like, it was his sister. And
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean he's walking alone right now?
Yeah, she's like, I was here the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, he's been walking alone for, like, the
Yeah.
whole trip. And the guy's just like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And now it shifts to Clyde, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
'Cause
Clyde and
Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just them being Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. It's
For like half a chapter.
yeah,
And
it's
then she
well
dies.
drawn
It's great.
and interesting, but it doesn't matter. Like, like when I first read that, I was like,
yeah,
what
when
the
I
fuck
saw
happened?
the guy and the girl, I was like, oh, this is Bonnie and Clyde, right?
100%. So yeah, Bonnie and Clyde happen. Is this when his gun jams too? Is this the chapter where Clyde's
Yeah.
gun jams by the pick?
Yeah, they said his pick was in the way of the hammer or something.
Because he's like, why the fuck isn't my gun going off? And he's like, the pick.
Yeah. The pick of destiny.
Destiny. It's the devil's horn. And then it cuts to RJ.
Playing on the street, right?
Yeah.
He's playing in a town.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's playing with Ike.
Yep.
Because he's playing with somebody. And he's playing. Ike. And then Ike is like, I'm going to go into the shop. Yeah. And that's when, Clyde rolls up.
Straight up, just like using that like 1930s white man power of just get in a car.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, every time it like goes into that shit, my heart sinks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. And like, dude, it's that whole scene is cool too. Of like, because he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Play it again. How are you making that noise?" And he's like, "It's a bottle.
Yeah.
It makes a noise on the strings. It's cool, man." He's like, "Holy shit! I was getting scared.
I thought I was haunted."
Yeah. And he's just like, "Ha, ha, ha, ha. Good. Get in the car." And you're like, RJ.
Yeah, and RJ just, I think it goes to the inner monologue of RJ just being like, I can't say no.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could say no. Where'd everybody go? Fuck.
Yeah. And he tries. He's like, I'm waiting for my
piece
friend
of shit,
here.
You knew this guy was here.
Yeah, and so he gets in the car, and they're driving, and Clyde's just kind of like monologuing.
I think Clyde's a fucking psychopath, dude.
Well, yeah. Do you not know who Bonnie and Clyde are, Darius?
Yeah, he's most definitely. I guess I'm right then.
100%. Yeah, dude. Clyde is fucking.
Because he's like talking to him like everything's normal. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna take you somewhere. It's gonna be good. And you gotta play some music. It's gonna be great. And RJ's freaking the fuck out, and Clyde just doesn't understand the situation from RJ's standpoint.
Yeah.
You know?
See, that's the weird thing about Clyde, right? Is that like, because Clyde in this isn't like a racist dude. That's a positive point because it's the 1930s.
Where's Clyde from? Do we know? I want to say New York, but that's just me guessing because he's cool. That's all I can.
Yeah, he's got some mobster swagger.
Yeah,
I like the way that he like brushes his hair back. I like the way that they like use that to characterize him.
Oh yeah,
it's cool
because it's how he calms himself too, and it's like a really good like technique.
Mm-hmm.
James,
he's born in Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, never mind then. I was totally wrong.
Oh, shit. He's born in Texas in 1909. So if this takes place in the 30s, he's only in his mid-20s. So he's roughly the same age as RJ, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck, he died at 25 in 1934. So, yeah.
Jesus, 25?
Yeah, he's
I think the story takes place in 1932.
Granted, he probably only had like 5 more years before he died naturally.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he died in Louisiana, so that's on brand. He did a pretty good job of making that Clyde look like Clyde.
Another thing that I think I remember is when RJ heard Ike the first time playing the blues. I think he asked other people who it was, and nobody else heard it.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't notice that.
I think
because I mean, he's like, "Who's the guy playing?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" Because they never outright say no one's playing.
Is that them? Is that the author trying to say that Clyde is evil as well? So
Clyde. No, I'm talking about Ike.
Oh, Ike. I thought you said Clyde.
Yeah, no. Ike in the first juke joint. Scene.
Okay.
But yeah, so I did like the way Clyde talks about it though, because he's like, "Are you thirsty, RJ? I could drink. Are you hungry? Yeah. You low on cash?" Obviously.
Yeah, I'm black in the South.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think?
And then Clyde just leans over and he's like, "We can get all 3 in there."
Yeah.
And
stops in front of a plantation.
Fucking dude.
Not good.
And fucking RJ is just like.
One thing I can't tell is if Clyde is a fucking mastermind genius or if he's just super impulsive and just came up with this idea on the fly.
I think it's column A, column B.
Yeah.
I think he's a very impulsive dude, but it works.
Yeah, he definitely uses like his charisma to just get advantages like that.
Yeah, because he's not impulsive in a stupid way. Right? Because all of his plans would work 100% if something didn't happen. So, like, he thinks about it and thinks it through enough, but not enough to not be a crazy criminal fuck. You know, is how I'd say. So he goes into this place and he's like, "Yeah, I got
Not a place, plantation.
a plantation." You're right.
When I saw the dude say plantation, I had to read it twice. I was like, did he just say? Did he just bring RJ to the plantation?
And yeah, so he's like, RJ play some music, because in the words of the people, my dad loves your people's music. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he starts talking to the plantation owner and is like, so this is your stereotypical Big Bubba fucking plantation owner smoking a fucking pipe. And
big fat motherfucker, disgusting face, suspenders, like. And yeah, he's like, RJ can play the blues.
Yeah, and they just get a party started.
Yep.
Just from RJ playing. And Clyde's genius plan is just like, well, everybody's distracted. Let's go in and steal some shit.
Yeah, and isn't he just like, hey, where's your bathroom?
Yeah.
Thanks. He just rolls in.
He doesn't walk in with a suitcase, which means he stole their suitcase.
But yeah, so he rolls in and he's just like stealing stuff. And RJ's outside playing, and he's like, what the fuck is Clyde thinking? Like, the whole time he's playing, he's like, this is not going to go good. I know what this is. This is bad. And then that one dude is like, I don't like your music.
Play some country music. RJ's like, I never played country music before.
Yeah.
I could try to figure it out. And of course he figures it out.
Yeah, he nails it.
Yeah. Is that when the hand comes?
Yeah, so he's playing country for a bit, and Clyde is like looking around and like getting whatever. Yeah. And then RJ has a quote-unquote seizure. Because, like, the plantation owner is like, hey, what the fuck? Keep playing. What are you doing? You having a seizure? And he's on the ground convulsing. And he's like, where the fuck did Clyde go? Basically, is what he says.
Yeah.
And at that moment, Clyde's in the plantation, and he's like, why did he stop playing?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, they're going to come looking for me. And then the second he hears that, he just hears them shouting his name, and he's like...
And he walks into a room and someone's fucking in a room. Two people fucking, and it's the plantation owner's wife.
Yep.
Who's probably fucking 15.
Yep.
Because he made sure to say something about like, oh man, aren't you the daughter? No, I'm his wife.
Yeah. Well,
and,
that happens in a bit.
Yeah.
And that scene is great too.
And she's fucking someone, and it turns out it's the plantation owner's brother, right?
Yeah, because she calls
him nephew.
She calls
nephew.
Uncle.
Yeah,
right.
He calls him uncle.
So yeah, Clyde's in that room and he's got his gun and they're fucking. They're just going to town. And Clyde's like, okay, we can both get out of this. Yeah. You clearly don't want your dad to know that you're boning. And I don't want to get fucking shot on this plantation for stealing.
Yeah.
So we're good. And then Clyde's like, okay, cool. And he goes out the window and there's a shotgun to his temple immediately. Like, no fucking around. It's just your plan failed.
Yeah.
And the dude's like, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to shoot you. You're dead. You're stealing from me. And Clyde's like, oh, well, what would you do to a dude who's fucking your daughter?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I mean, you got brass balls if you're going to fuck my daughter. So I got to cut your dick off.
Wife.
Well, no. He says daughter. Clyde thinks it's his daughter. And he's like...
Yeah, and right before he finds out, he's like, well, I don't have one, so... And then, like, it switches to him seeing them. And he's like, oh, shit. He's fucking my wife.
Yep. And it's so good because he's like... Because he says something like, oh, you should probably look in this room then. And he's like, what? And Clyde gets away because, of course, the dude's going to be like, do I kill the dude robbing me? Or do I kill the man fucking my
Clyde
wife?
knocks him out, right?
Yeah, Clyde knocks him out.
And then they end up in a room. And before Clyde leaves, he offers the girl to come with him.
Yep.
He's like, you're smart.
Yeah.
Why don't you come with me? You obviously know what the fuck you're doing. And the girl's like, no.
He's like, no,
we can get out of this. He's unconscious. Sure. I have a shotgun.
Yeah.
We get all the money.
And yeah, she points the shotgun and she looks at her lover and she's like, I'm going to shoot him. Is that cool? And then the butler comes in.
She shoots the butler.
She shoots the butler. And I love that the scene is like, they're like, Miss, put the gun down. She's like, it wasn't me. It was the other guy. And it's like, you literally holding a smoking shotgun. Like, it wasn't you. So, real quick, let's back it up a little bit. RJ at this time is freaking out, holding his hand on the ground because you look down and he has another set of fingers sprouting from, like, the back of his current fingers, kind of. And it's like, this motherfucker's got 10 fingers on his right hand.
Yeah, it's
right
like
now.
another hand coming out of his hand.
Yeah. And you're just like, what the fuck? Because he's like, wow, I'm actually playing country. This is amazing. And he looks down. And he's like, and then after that, he finds Clyde. Clyde has a car and like is like,
Clyde tells us to hop in.
yeah, get the fuck in. And then somebody else jumps on the side being like, you can't leave.
I think he stole that guy's car. He stole a car for sure.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he had the car. Like, he stole another car for funsies. And like, Clyde pulls out a gun and aims it at the dude's chest. And then the bang rings off in the manga and the dude falls off the side of the car.
Yeah.
And like, RJ's like, you shot that guy. And then it cuts to the girl, the wife, killing the butler. And like the dude on the that fell off the car like gets up and he's like, I'm not dead. Okay. And Clyde's just laughing like a madman, being like, I didn't even pull the trigger. That dude saw my gun for half a second and he jumped off. Like, what a dumbass. Like, it's like, what? You're a weird motherfucker, Clyde. Like, you should be happy about that shit. So they escape.
Yeah, they like go camp out in the middle of the woods.
Yep.
And Clyde has this big monologue, pretty much just like drinking and just talking about himself.
Yep.
And RJ is like, the whole time RJ's like, I can't let him see my hand. He's gonna think I'm like some weird freak and shoot me.
Yep.
And I have to keep him calm because this motherfucker's crazy. And yeah, Clyde's just talking about like his life and how like he's in love with Bonnie and how she like snuck the gun into prison for him.
Yep,
That's
so
how
that
he
he
got
could
out.
get out.
And there's this really dope panel of him pointing the gun at the camera. And just the perspective, I was telling Jay about this, the perspective is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so well drawn of just how the gun and his face lines up is fucking incredible. This dude's such a talented artist.
Yep. And he's wasted on fucking whatever he's working on now. Ultra Hero Wet or whatever the fuck it's called. I read 5 chapters and couldn't fucking read anymore. And I read 70 chapters of Titty Milk. God. Anyway, we're talking about a good manga right now.
But yeah, Clyde asks RJ to write Bonnie a song for him.
Yep.
And there's a moment when RJ like takes his guitar out of the car to go write the song, and RJ's behind Clyde, and is like, I can kill him.
Yeah.
I could do it now.
I can hit him with the guitar.
But what if he doesn't
he's like,
die
what if
from
I
the
don't
first
one-shot
strike?
him?
Yeah. And then he pulls out his knife.
Yep. And the scene of the darkness on Clyde's face, because he hears the knife come out.
Yeah.
And it's like, Clyde's like, I didn't want to have to kill you, RJ, but if you're gonna fucking do that,
Right.
you're a dead man.
And RJ pulls it off. Will's like, oh no, just play a guitar with the knife. It's just like the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clyde turns around and he's just playing the guitar.
Yep.
And using the knife as the
And he
slide,
turns his
the
back
slide, yeah.
to play the guitar because he doesn't
Yeah.
want them to see the hand.
Yeah, and Clyde's like, what, you play your guitar with your ass facing people now? RJ, what the fuck is this? And he's like, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
And Clyde just accepts it. He's like, yeah, that's beautiful music. You know what? That's fine. You
Yeah.
can be embarrassed. It's all right.
And they played this till sun up.
Yep.
Because he just tells them about Bonnie so he can write the song. And then 2 hillbilly motherfuckers just walk up,
Whack him with a shovel.
knock out Clyde, and take RJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember, RJ sees the dog. And then when he gets
The dog
hit,
is weird because that dog showed up previously.
yep, it showed up with the corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dog walks away after Clyde gets hit, and RJ's last thought before they clunk him is like, oh, I guess that dog's not related to these guys? Whap! You know, like, and then I think Clyde just wakes up.
And they didn't steal anything for Clyde. The
No.
money's there. The gun is
They
still
just
there.
wanted RJ
Yep.
for whatever reason.
Which is super weird.
For whatever reason.
Well, I mean, aside from them just being generally racist.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, we know why.
Yeah,
These
but
fucking
there's no
racists.
motive.
Right, yeah, they just went, black man.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
that's
Clyde
Louisiana.
wakes up and just hops in the car.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm thirsty. Goes to the town. There's a super weird scene about alcohol.
Well,
Yeah.
well, hang on. Remember, Clyde gets in the car and says, I can just leave. I don't really care.
Yeah.
And then he's like, but I'm not going to get done
He's
in by
like,
these
what, you're
fucking
yeah,
farmers.
He's like, what, you're born gangster and you're relieved that some farmers didn't murder you?
Yep.
And then he gets pissed, and he's like, all right, I'm going to find these fuckers.
Yep.
Then
And-
stops at the nearest town. His little boy's like, that's a Ford whatever
Ford
car.
Yep.
And he's like,
Clyde's
you got a
like,
sharp eye. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, because Clyde's just a suave dude,
Yeah.
right? He's just like, hey, good job, kid.
Who knows, even if it is a Ford V8.
Yeah.
It probably is, but...
So I thought this bar scene was weird. Did y'all think this bar scene was weird?
It's
I
kind
like
of
it.
weird, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, so Clyde goes up, and he gets up to the counter, and he's like, yeah, can I get a Coke?
Yeah, and he's like, there's all this alcohol here. He's like, you want this fucking black Coke? Like,
Yeah, or do you want the brown
Yeah.
alcohol? And Clyde slaps his hand on the counter or some shit, and he's
Yeah.
like, Coke's always black-colored, dumbass. When I ask for a Coke, I want a Coke. And then, like, the bartender's like,
It's like, all right. Yeah, he thinks everybody's giving him shit because he's like young looking, and so he wants a Coke.
Yeah.
And not the alcohol.
And, like, he even looks over at the dudes. He's like, what, are you guys laughing? You never seen a dude order a Coke at a bar before? Fuck you guys.
Yeah. It's like, I have to shoot somebody to get some goddamn respect around here.
And then two dudes bust in.
Yeah.
Which are the farmers that kidnapped RJ, aren't they?
I think so.
I don't know if they're the same, but they're just, yeah.
They're two...
I don't know if they were the same or
rednecks.
if they were just setting up this arc.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it could go either way. Because we don't get a good look at them.
Well, like, I looked up the dude who who kind of explained the situation, and I found out he's a villain.
Yeah.
Me
Sorry.
too. I looked him up too.
Yeah,
Because I,
was
thought
like,
he was somebody.
exactly. Yeah, I did the same thing, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he's a villain. Okay.
Which,
So I
I
kind
mean,
of spoiled myself.
yeah, but I mean, like, if you see that dude looks like a villain.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, even though you spoiled yourselves, you didn't really, because you probably had that fucker pegged a
Right.
mile away.
Yeah, yeah.
Blind dude in the corner of a goddamn bar while all this shit's going on. Like,
I don't think he's blind.
well,
just
he's
wearing
got
glasses.
the glasses.
Yeah. That's his villain aesthetic.
Yeah, villain chic. But yeah, so two dudes bust in and they're like, "Give us some liquor. Give it to us.
Yeah.
Fuck your
I
bar.
see it,
Give us liquor."
like, it's prohibition. You got all this liquor. Give it to us.
Yep. And
And
so,
then they give Clyde shit.
yep. And Clyde is in the process of pulling out his piece
Yeah.
when the bartender slams a shotgun on the counter. And Clyde's like, "Okay, I'll put my piece away. I
It's
ain't
like,
making
this is
trouble."
no longer my fight.
Yeah. And then the hillbillies get their shit pushed in and thrown out of
Yeah.
the bar. And the little boy's like, "Those dudes just saved your fucking lives."
Yeah.
This is a no liquor town and a holy god town and all
Yep.
this stuff. Yeah.
And if a single drop of liquor touches your mouth, you die.
Oh, we should also mention that they didn't drink liquor. They drank tea.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they just were like, what is this bitter bullshit?
When they spit it out, it was like finally it was like a classic manga spit out.
Yeah.
Which is reading this is weird because it takes place in America. It's about black people,
Yeah.
so it doesn't feel like a manga, even though it is a manga.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to have done so much research because this feels right.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, the spit take is
is
straight out of
classic.
like episode 2 Trigun of like carrot juice. Like,
Which was cool. It was nice to like see him like do a classic manga thing. But,
absolutely. But yeah, so they get thrown out. The kid tells them if you drink liquor, you die in the town.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before that, Clyde also has that dope line of like looking at everybody and going like, "Yeah, I don't give a damn about the prohibition. I just like drinking Coke.
yeah.
Like whatever, give me a Coke." Like, and then that's the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
Is those dudes getting told by the 4-year-old, the 2-year-old,
Yeah.
that those dudes, you would have died if you took any liquor into your mouth.
Right. Because they'd be like,
Unclean
sinners.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah, it seems like they're going to touch on like morality versus ethics with this arc a bit.
A bit. Yeah. Dude, these next 10 chapters are gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah. You're gonna see why I like Clyde so much. Like, cause like Clyde's obviously a
You
main
read this?
character. What?
Have you read this?
Me and the Devil Blues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I
do you
thought we
mean?
were all reading this for the first time.
No,
No,
you
no.
knew this.
Well, I thought like all of the stuff that we would be reading for this was just for the first time. Everybody.
Darius really wanted to read this though.
Alright.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to find stuff that he hasn't read, dude.
That's
Sorry.
not-
Try.
You said almost.
I got lucky with
Hell's Paradise.
yeah.
That's
I'm sorry,
fucking lame,
Noah.
dude.
No, please.
I'm
If you
sorry.
can find something he hasn't read, I'll down.
It was ages ago though, so it's not like I've got one fucking perfect memory here. I just remember that Clyde is one of my favorite characters. So like it's not like I'm like, oh yes, in 10 chapters, fucking Clyde is going to turn into a rocket ship and like fly RJ to heaven. You know, like I just remember I really fucking like Clyde, and I like I internalized the fact that I'm like, it's because he's not a racist. You know, like you know what I mean? Like he's not just a Southern racist piece of shit. But yeah, yeah. I know Clyde is cool, and obviously Clyde and RJ are the main characters of this.
Well, I didn't know
manga.
Clyde was gonna be a mainstay
Well,
until
he's-
right now.
No, he's that's fair. But I don't know.
But thanks for letting me know he has plot armor now.
Hey, no one has plot armor in Me and the Devil Blues. Probably. Well, I mean, no one knows. It's not finished. Fucker. Why did Prison School have to ruin this manga? This is his love child.
Yeah.
And it just didn't sell because why would a 1930s manga about black people sell in Japan? It won't. It won't. It won't. You know, like,
Yeah.
which is why he shifted to titties. High schooler titties, because that's gonna sell in Japan.
It will. And it
Absolutely.
did.
Yep, got him a third manga. If I win the lottery, I'm gonna give him money to finish Me and the Devil Blues. just send him money.
So yeah, it ends like that. I'm feeling it. I wasn't feeling it until the 6 months thing,
Yeah,
and then I'm feeling it. I like it a lot. How about you guys?
it's good.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it a lot.
The art's superb. It's
It's
got a
very
nice
good.
style. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of the few times that like manga people, like Japanese manga artists, like draw black people and like make them look.
Correct.
Yeah.
And yeah, Toriyama has no excuse.
Yep.
Every manga creator has no excuse. Just get a picture and actually see
Yeah.
what black people look like, and don't just give them big
Study.
lips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, not just big lips, like racist big lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody who's
Lips with outlines.
Yeah.
who's like a manga apologist for how Japanese people draw black people, fuck you.
Yeah.
So
Like it does look like a cross between like comic and manga style, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
But it works.
Yeah.
Like
No,
it's
great.
Yeah. You know what's kind of weird about it? It kind of reminds me sometimes of like the well-drawn pieces from Murata.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of that like well-drawn
Sure.
Eye Shield 21 art.
Yeah.
It's just got that vibe. Not that it's the same style at all, but it's
Right.
got that like heart.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. I was reading this and listening to some blues.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
smart way to do it.
listening to Me and the Devil Blues when I was reading it.
Yeah, it was good. And I would love to interview this fucker and ask him.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why was this a story that you decided to tell?
Yeah. I would love to see why.
He might say on Wikipedia. I remember looking this up before, and he talked about something about it. Like, there's an interview about this manga
Yeah.
with him.
Did you listen to specifically Me and the Devil's Blues?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as like the lyrics started saying that he was walking with the devil, I was like, oh, Ike's just literally the devil then.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. Oh, is that the new one? Yeah, I'm interested to see where the story goes. And
Sorry. Me and the Devil Blues from 2004 to 2008 and then 2015 to ongoing. Don't you fucking lie to me. It's not ongoing, you piece of shit. It's ongoing because he hasn't called it canceled yet. Don't hurt me like this.
But yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes for sure, and just like how more fucked up RJ gets with this whole devil thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's it. Do you guys have anything more to say about it?
No, just that it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't
really
wait to
good.
read it, like, more. Like,
Read it
again. Hey, man, fuck you, okay?
Fuck you. Hey,
You get to
fuck
pick
you.
the next one. Yeah, fuck you.
Dude, I truly love reading stuff that he hasn't read yet.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard, so if you can do it, go for
I'm
it.
just saying it would be all better if it were first time.
I totally agree.
I agree.
But this fucker has read thousands of manga, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Noah, I'm mad at me too. Don't believe that I'm not. I know. Just bat me across the head and hope that you make me lose these memories.
It's like
you know?
throwing a rock in a lake and hoping it doesn't get wet. It's hard, man.
So I will say, it is Noah's turn to find a manga for us to read.
Is that right?
Yeah, because Me and the Devil Blues is my pick.
Oh.
And he picked
Hell's
Paradise. So now it's up to you to find something I haven't read.
All right.
Good luck.
To quote what...
You haven't read the reincarnation one where the shitty dude gets reborn as a child and then is raised by like some farmers to learn magic and sword fighting?
I mean, you just talked about all isekai.
Yeah. Well, like, specifically, like, this dude's, like, I don't know, he was, like, a weeb piece of shit.
Yeah, the fat dude with the big nose.
Probably.
Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah. I think he's, like, reborn as some, like, blonde kid.
Sounds like
an
an
anime.
Is it isekai?
It's isekai, yeah.
It's this one, right?
I don't know,
It's this
there's
one,
a fucking
right?
anime adaptation of it.
It's this one, right? It's this one, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's read it.
Dude, I fucking sent
read-
you the anime for it, and you were like, "Oh, I haven't checked this out."
Yeah, I haven't checked out the anime.
He's read every isekai.
I'm rereading this. I've trust me. I started reading this like a year ago or more.
Well, it sounded like you just hadn't been familiar with the series when I sent you that.
Oh yeah, my bad. I probably just wrote that wrong.
All right.
I didn't know they were making an anime, so I was excited.
Oh.
So that's probably what I
This
was trying to
dude-
convey,
This
and
dude
I
read
fucked up.
Titty Milk. He's read every isekai.
I have scraped the bottom of the barrel. I need more barrels.
There's fucking. I went on a website. I think the website Hell's Paradise was on. Maybe another one. It was like a random manga website, and I randomly click on a manga that was like, "Oh, this looks cool."
Yeah.
And I was describing the manga to him, and he fucking knew what it was because he read. It was like the one with the gun guy.
Yeah.
I randomly clicked on that. That wasn't
Gunhead, right?
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Noah showed me that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's super cool.
Yeah. The designs are dope.
Yeah.
So it's just hard. It's hard to find shit that he hasn't read.
You haven't read Battle Angel Alita Last Order?
I haven't read any of Battle Angel
Exactly.
Alita. We could do Battle Angel
I've
Alita.
read it.
You read
exactly.
it. So
Yeah, how
Hell's
does it feel?
Paradise was just a fucking lucky ass shot.
Yeah,
Dude.
the flukest of flukes, and I'm so happy that he found it. Like, please, Noah, I need this.
Try.
Help me. I have a problem, Noah.
Ending question.
Yes.
A skill you could sell your soul to the devil to acquire. What skill would you take?
Storytelling, specifically. I guess that's kind of like broad, though.
Would you accept all the consequences with that though?
Well, I don't have a wife and or kids, so
Yeah, but what if you start growing like another hand for your
that's
story?
fine.
Y'all need my fucking hand.
Dude, I'd have double the hand.
You're right. You have double the hand. You're right. You're right.
Double hand power.
How about you, James?
Art. Like,
Art.
Well,
drawing.
the second question is, would you do it?
Would I?
Yeah.
What?
Does it have to be a trainable skill, or can it be something like that humans can't necessarily do?
I would say trainable.
I'll say skill.
That's what I wanted to make sure of.
Yeah. Would you do it as well? Would you make a deal with the devil if you believe the devil is real?
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a. Because so, damn, it depends, right? If it's a situation of the devil shows up and is like, you got the choice. I'm the literal devil. Like,
Yeah.
that's a hard call. Because if by him going,
I don't. I guess I'd need a good reason to do it.
yeah,
Like, I wouldn't want to like chase like fame or anything with the skill, right?
yeah,
Like in the way that RJ like connected with Clyde by like just playing a song that reminded him of his like wife. Like, I don't know. That's like kind of the way that I'd use something, right?
yeah.
Well, you,
Yeah,
what
I don't
you?
know. I don't know if I'd do it because here's the thing, right? If I know for a fact that this is the devil, right, and this is gonna be a magical transaction, the act of knowing that there is the devil changes my entire outcome of life because now I can no longer
Deny heaven.
exactly, and by no longer being able to not deny heaven, I would not be able to make the deal personally because there's too much at stake for past life.
Yeah, well,
You
I
know?
guess it depends on like if you use it for like good or something. Like, is
Yeah.
your soul worth helping others?
That's true. Yeah. If I could save
Yeah, one for the many or something.
Yeah, if I could save 10 million people to have my fucking soul in damnation forever, that's
Right.
probably a pretty good deal. Because that's 10 million up to heaven for one
Yeah.
down to hell. That's a damn fine deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I might have to take it. I might have to just be like, dang,
Trish
I don't
is
get to
dead
see
if you
people.
take it, for sure, though.
Yeah, but does she go to heaven?
I don't know.
I could live with myself if she dies if I take that deal, but she gets to have eternal like joy up in heaven. But then at the same time, it's like, A, I killed her. B, is her eternal joy in heaven? Is she going to be fine with that with me not up there?
I say no.
That's a tough call. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do it. You know?
You have to sit her down and talk about
Yeah,
it
hey
first.
Trisha,
The devil, the proposition.
Ike's outside, but
You're not gonna see me for 6 months.
you're not going to see me at all.
You're right.
Yeah. Was that just to let her down gentle?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck no, I've never taken a deal with the devil. That's everything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm against all that. Fuck
You're a
that.
good Christian.
I mean, I'm not Christian, but most definitely don't want to make a deal with the devil. That's
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, but how many people can say they've done that?
That's true, man. It'd be magical.
I don't know. I don't know.
You could be the one.
I'm good. Let someone else do that shit. Let someone else do that, dude. Even if it was like for art, fuck. You're like, yeah, you can have Michelangelo skills.
Yeah. Not only you're better than Michelangelo. You have literal devil level skills at a thing, you know? RJ learned country in 0 seconds. You know, that's
Yeah.
supernatural ability.
I'm fuck that though. Fuck. Even I'm not even worried about the physical parts of it. I'm more worried about like the spiritual
Yeah.
Sure.
parts of it.
The
Of
fact that you're
like,
guaranteed going to what is an actual now confirmed hell.
yeah. Yeah, I understand I can help people with it, but fuck that.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Which is why I'm super interested to see.
Where this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah, I wonder what like RJ's like real motive is to learn the blues, right?
yeah, he just loves it, which I understand.
Yeah, but like
Because
don't
I
know.
would probably even do it just be like, hey, give me, like, music as well. Like,
Yeah.
you can make some
Yeah.
dope ass music.
I feel like so far he's only wanted it because he knows that people respect it,
Yeah.
which is inherently not a good thing, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, RJ is most
Right.
definitely a weak-willed character. He's not strong in any
Yeah,
way.
he's trying to like use it selfishly.
Yeah. The cool thing now
Wonder
is
if
that
that'll be
like
explored.
The cool thing now about it too, though, is like it's shown that he's definitely got so much regret, but he can only keep moving forward with it. And like that's a shitty position to be in, right? It's like I caused this, but I have this. If I don't follow through with what I have now, what I caused is a waste.
Right.
And like that's a fucking weight.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, he could hang up his guitar and go live somewhere else, you know, go move.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I killed my wife and kid. For nothing.
Right.
Ugh. Yeah, man. Some good shit.
Yeah. Super good.
Can't wait for these
most
next
definitely one of the
chapters.
most interesting mangas. I bet. This because it feels like a graphic novel.
Yeah.
It feels like an American graphic novel, not a manga.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so weird.
I've got a feeling, like, if this was, like, published in America properly, it would have fucking sold really well today. But, like, in 2004, clearly nobody cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a damn shame, because this is, like, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, there still might be hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says ongoing. It's not canceled. Raw hero bullshit. God damn it.
Are you looking up Raw Hero?
More, yeah. Unsalvageable, Darius.
Great.
Unfucking salvageable.
It's a good face.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that these are good faces, Darius. 10 out of 10.
Dude, I can only imagine what the Devil Blues would look like now.
Yeah.
Like his
It would look
art
like that.
skills gone way up.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst part about this, is you can't say he's, like, a bad artist. It just sure is a certain style of art. The content is what hurts.
Yeah.
You know?
What is it even about?
This dude has no job and keeps like getting fired from places, and he catches this dude with his hands in the vagina of a girl on a train, and he's like, "Knock that shit off, dude." And then they take him to a cafe, and he's like, No, we're a couple. This is fine." And he's like, "Oh, I fucked up again." And he's like, No, I respect you. I want to make you a superhero.
What?
And this dude out here is a superhero in his firm. And he's like, "I want to make you a hero." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to pay you a ludicrous amount of money." Like, I respect
he said,
your judgment.
Stop molesting a woman.
That's the one.
Cool.
Yeah. And then the entire meeting, he's still in. And the dude's like, "Can you stop? Please, I'm in the room with you. Can you knock that off?" And
Sounds like the dude that made Prison School. I'm not gonna lie.
sure does. And the whole thing is, there's this scene where he is.
I think this is hard canceled, right?
No, this is still going.
Oh.
Or it finished, which is even worse. It finished in 2020
I'm sure
or some
somebody
shit.
in that finished.
Yeah. So there's this scene where he's slurping down this elephant man's trunk and saying, "I'll do anything." The dude's like, "Here's your superhero costume." It's like in a briefcase. And he's like, "Go to this place that's another firm, and I need you to become a hero there." And the dude's like, "Okay, cool, you got it." And he goes there. And the dude who gives him the suit and his wife go to a love hotel. And the dude opens up the briefcase, and it's got the superhero costume. And he's like, "Fuck, he's fucked. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck." And the girl's like, "What did you have in the other briefcase?" And it's a girl outfit, like a schoolgirl outfit with like a wig and like whatever. So the dude's like, "This must be the hero outfit." And he puts it all on and goes to the interview as a girl. Great.
It's funny, James, because he's a girl.
Great. I'm glad this guy wearing girls' outfits is now blowing this elephant man's trunk part of his costume for the interview.
This is the same dude who wrote Me and the Devil Blues.
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Yes. Yes. This is mind break. Somebody broke this man's brain. This is a cry for help, dude.
It's gotta be, right?
Are the powers cool when he becomes a superhero?
None of them have shown any actual powers. I read 5 chapters, and he saves a criminal on accident who's in like a gimp suit. And the dude pops a boner. That's wet hero. I couldn't even get past 5 chapters. I think I might have gotten 3, actually.
There might be something there, dude.
I'll link you to it.
Well, you're the one who
I'll
loves
link you
reading
to
manga, dude.
I'll link you to it.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good to read it.
I'm good.
I'll flip through some pages when this podcast is over, just so you can see how shite it is.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine watching it. Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. We love you. Please read Me and the Devil Blues.
Yeah.
Please hit us up on Discord for that free game. Please send letters to the dude who made Me and the Devil Blues telling him you don't have to get hurt anymore. You can go back to Me and the Devil Blues. Maybe he sold
drawing
his...
it, so he must enjoy it.
I think he enjoys a paycheck.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you're probably right, and that's depressing.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking time every day to listen to us. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. Don't worry about the last part that I was talking about with Raw Hero.
How many chapters?
41.
Are you looking at the ending?
No, I'm looking at the beginning. But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for sticking around with us. You guys are the best.
The best.
Goodbye.
Later.
Bye.